What's good, man? It's your boy, Black Ass here. For the first time in maybe I would even say a couple years, I've had a good ass conversation with a woman. And a lot of the times, this doesn't really happen to me because I don't really approach women that much. I think I told y'all this. And a lot of women nowadays, from what I could see, they don't want to be approached, you know? Because a lot of women give off that vibe that they don't want any men to come to them. And I feel like as a man, like, you really can't force a woman on you. You can't force somebody to like you. All you could do is just put your best foot forward and at least try. And with me, for the past couple years, you know, being told that I'm ugly and being told that, you know, I'm too black and just being made fun of, man, like, I haven't really had the confidence to approach women. Even though, you know, I'm 6'4", and, you know, a lot of women like tall dudes. But it's just everything I could see that I have is there for, I would say, the qualities that a dude that talks to a lot of women, plural, has. You know, I could talk to people. You know, I'm not awkward like I used to be. And, you know, I can have a conversation. Whether it's talking about some ignorant shit or talking about some dumb shit. Like, whatever the topic is, I'm not really shy away from giving my opinion on really anything. So, when you have that in the mix, I'm tall, I could talk to people. You know, some people think I'm funny. I don't think so. Me personally, I just think I talk out of my ass. Maybe that's why people get that impression that I'm funny. But me personally, I don't know, like, I could picture myself being a comedian, but as far as like cracking jokes and shit, I'm not really like good at that. But, you know, I could at least say I'm somewhat funny, even though people may think I am. Me personally, I don't think so. Like, you know, I'm tall, I'm black. You would think a dude like me, you know, gets pussy probably on the regular, or at least could talk to women. And I'll say this, it's always been there for me to talk to women. Like, I don't have a problem talking with women. It's just the approach, you know. And also, if the female looks like she wants to get approached, you know, if she's obviously jogging around with her earbuds in, you know, obviously she doesn't want somebody to bother her. But if she's just looking around, walking very slowly, or if you happen to be at a stoplight or something, and she basically breaks the ice, I would say that's your opportunity right there. Is your opportunity to, you know, seize the moment. It's just where I came from, like, these past 15 years, basically the majority of my life, I haven't had that, I don't want to say confidence, but I haven't had that really desire to approach women. I haven't had that, I don't want to say strength, but I haven't had the interest to approach women. because I've been told all of these negative things for not just a point in time, but the majority of my life. So what do you think if it's easy? I don't think it's really that easy, you know. And I always had the mindset that women don't like me. Women think I'm annoying as fuck. And women probably think I'm a weirdo. You know. Even though in my day-to-day life, I don't really talk to women or approach women that much. You know. Up until yesterday. But, you know, if I'd have just done this, not where I used to live, but let's just say if I were to just go out a lot and go to like the inner city, you know, in the inner city, like the Twin Cities, it would be way more easier to talk to women because a lot of the females down there, they don't really care about what type of dude you are. You know, you could be a broke nigga and they'll still talk to you, you know. It's not necessarily you have to be rich. Well, you do, but not all women like rich dudes, you know. Not all women like jerks and bad boys. So, the majority do, but not all of them. Not all women, you know, want to fuck with niggas' emotions and shit. Not all women want to take your money and use you for granted. You know. Not all women care about your status. You know. And to find those women, I just had to get out of my fucking hometown, man. I had to get out of my hometown because I really don't fuck with females that like hood niggas. I don't like women that like dudes that are rich all the time. I don't like women that play with niggas' emotions and treat these grown ass niggas like little boys. I don't fuck with that shit. You know. And I just think that's low down. But when it comes to my personality and who I am, those are just not who I am. Like those aren't like the building blocks to my black ass. You know. Those things didn't build me up, you know. Even though I tried to be those things that I just said, and they didn't work. And you have to, I know this is a cliche, but be yourself, but don't be somebody you're not. You know, a lot of niggas around my age try to act like there's something else, and women could sense that shit. But with me, I'm not a gimmick. I'm not a fucking like character. To be honest, I'm just a regular average nigga, you know. And some of my viewers, just a quick question to ask y'all: what would y'all see me more as? You know, a character or just a person? Because me personally, I'm just a regular average dude that makes videos. I just give my opinion. That's really mostly it. And you as a viewer just listen to this shit, you know. You could critique and give me some criticism, but as a dude, we all, as niggas, I feel like we learn something every day, man. And I used to be very harsh on women because it was mostly my area, because I thought all women were like this. But it turns out it was just my funk ass fucking hometown. But as far as the conversation we had, it was great, man. And we were just talking about basic, simple things like what's our major, you know, what we like to do and shit, like on a day-to-day basis. how often do we go outside and go for walks and shit individually? And, you know, the weather, because it was fucking hot as fuck yesterday. So it's like, another thing that I notice about women, if you never bring up like their assets, you know, like their ass and their tits, and you just talk to them like a regular human being, and you don't give off the impression that you like them, I think that's a good start, you know, because at least she could have a conversation with you and nothing is sexual, you know. I feel like as a nigga, you shouldn't talk about that shit unless either she brings it up or that subject was brought up, like, you know, if you guys had a conversation, you know. But this is what I learned, just for women, just something that I've observed from women, you know. If you call her like sexy, beautiful, pretty, any of those adjectives that describes beauty, you know, she probably hears that shit on a day-to-day basis anyways. So for you to say that she's beautiful, how many other niggas do you think have said that earlier, if not 1,000 times today? Like, you know, you're not any different, I'll say that. You're not. And make sure when you talk to a female that you don't want to put your feelings out there. Like, and when I mean show your feelings, I mean just straight up saying I like you. Like, if you say that right away, you're basically giving the bitch all your power. You know, you're basically giving women your power, because then they'll decide whether or not they're gonna actually fuck with you or even want you in their life, even if it is as a friend. Like, there's a lot of things that go into that factor. So never tell a girl straight up you like her unless you've known her for a good couple months or something. Because if you say that just when y'all met, she's gonna feel creeped out about it. And she's gonna feel like you only like her because of her ass and titties. Even though deep down we do, we shouldn't say it though. Like, you know, you shouldn't say it. You know, never give off the impression that you like her. Never compliment on her body. Never give her adjectives to say she's beautiful. And, you know, just have a normal conversation with her, man. Like, a lot of dudes are way too fucking horny when they talk to these women, catcalling them and all that shit. And it turns women off. It turns women off. Like, if y'all just have a conversation about the weather, that's as basic as that shit gets, right? She's gonna want to know if you could carry a damn conversation. You know, if you could carry a conversation, and it doesn't matter if you're attractive or not, if you could carry a conversation, then she's gonna feel comfortable around you, you know, and she's not gonna feel creeped out about you. And, you know, to be honest, women are kind of simple in a way. You know, I thought women were really complex, like a Rubik's Cube, but maybe that's if you're in a relationship. But as far as like getting to know a female, all you just have to do is just talk to the bitch. Like, you know, you have to damn near treat her, and this may sound kind of weird, like just one of your niggas, you know. as far as like shit escalating, it's all on the female. If she likes you sexually, she'll give you the impression like she wants to have sex with you, or she likes you. You know, either one of those two. And it may come at pretty random times. But if she actually likes you, you know, she will give you that, like, she'll give you that sign, or she'll just say it straight up. You know, saying I like you and all that shit. Like, you know. I swear to God, these faggot ass white dudes with the fucking headlights. Fucking sick of it. God damn. Like I was saying, man, before, this faggot put on his headlights. Like, with women, you just gotta have a simple conversation with them. And as far as when to approach women, I would say as long as it's not during the nighttime, like right now, and as long as it's hot outside, or it's at a good temperature. You know, during the winter, I didn't approach any hoes because I don't want to have a conversation with a bitch when it's like 60 degrees, or no, when it's like 30 degrees and shit. So I'm good on that. But now, as far as the future, I think what most niggas like me would do is just build a roster of women that you could talk to and at least get to know. Because with me, I don't know anybody here except one or two people. So I get to choose who I want to fuck with, you know. It's not like I'm in high school again where you're forced to be friends with people you don't like, and you have, since you're all around each other in the same classes, y'all can't get away from each other. But with this shit, it's like y'all really get to choose who you want to be friends with and shit, like, you know. So as somebody who used to be nervous, man, it's really all in, like, how you carry yourself. Fuck confidence, man. Like, I don't like using the word confidence because I feel like it's how you carry yourself. But that's kind of the same thing, you know? Like, you can carry yourself in a way that you're above confidence, you know? Because confidence, confidence would only work in a scenario if you actually know you're gonna get the female. And with approaching women, you never really know. Like, I could even approach a girl right now or tomorrow thinking with confidence, but she could turn me down, you know. And just because I have confidence doesn't mean that I'll get women. You know, it's just how I carry myself. But like I said, it's kind of the same thing. So, you know. But with that, man, just a few last tips before I end this video. You know, if you want to approach women, stop thinking of them as, like, you know, sex objects. And I know this is kind of hard when girls are wearing booty shorts and shit. But if you just approach them and take the whole ass and titties equation out of it, you know, and they actually like what you're talking about, I think you have a solid idea of how to talk to a female. You know, it's just kind of basic. Pretty basic things, man. Don't jack off. Don't think of women as this and that, you know. And if you don't do these things, you can fuck women. you could have sex with women if you don't jack off and you start approaching women straight up, because you're actually putting in effort to get pussy, you know. And don't try too hard, because when you try too hard, the bitch can tell. But these are the tips. This is what happened to me recently, and there's a lot of females out here to the point where I can't just fuck with one, man. Like, as niggas, we need to have options, man. Like, because women have like over 50 to 100 niggas, right? Niggas should have options, man. But just a few words of fucking wisdom. You could take it or leave it. And black ass out. Peace.